Part 4, Cholesterol, the myelinic shield of the encephalon and the velocity of cognition. I am Naresh Saraph, and I welcome you to this series of intimate philosophical dialogues. Friends, before we commence this profound discourse, permit me a humble caveat. This series is intended solely for the cultivation of profound contemplation, the expansion of cognitive horizons, and the elevation of human awareness. The paradigms articulated herein are synthesized from ancient philosophical tenets and my own empirical understanding. This discourse does not constitute medical, clinical, or Ayurvedic counsel, nor does it harbor the slightest intent to transgress upon anyone's deeply held convictions. I implore you to receive it with an open intellect, profound maturity, and a deeply contemplative spirit. In our previous deliberation, we illuminated the indispensable role of calcium as the biochemical currency of neural transmission. Today, we shall confront the third element of the C-cube, cholesterol. In the contemporary medical and popular lexicon, the mere utterance of the word cholesterol evokes a visceral response of fear and apprehension. It has been systematically demonized. It is inextricably linked to the pathogenesis of cardiovascular disease, arterial occlusion, cerebrovascular accidents, and systemic obesity. However, we must pierce through this veil of phobia. As intellectual laborers committed to the pursuit of objective truth, we must examine the physiological reality with an open, scientifically rigorous mind. The data is revealing. It is a statistical reality that often astounds the uninitiated. A staggering 25% of the total cholesterol in the body is sequestered exclusively within the brain. The brain accounts for a mere 2% of our total somatic mass, yet it hoards 1/4 of our entire cholesterol reserve. Nature does not engage in such asymmetry without cause. Evolutionary biology does not engage in such distribution without a critical functional mandate. If cholesterol is so densely concentrated in the brain, it must serve a purpose of supreme importance. To elucidate this function, let us employ a vivid technological metaphor. Consider a high-fidelity electrical cable. At its core lies the conductive copper wire. Surrounding this core is a robust layer of rubber or synthetic plastic, the insulation. If this layer is compromised, the consequences are catastrophic. The current leaks and short circuits occur. Sparks are generated, and the signal never reaches its intended destination. The billions of neurons in our neural network possess a similar conductive wire, the axon. Electrical action potentials propagate through the axon, and the critical, protective, insulating sheath that encases this axon is known in neurobiology as the myelin sheath. This myelin sheath is constructed predominantly of lipids and cholesterol. Yes, the very substance we have been conditioned to fear is the indispensable insulating material of your cognitive circuitry. Cholesterol is the literal, physical shield that protects the integrity of your thoughts. The health and integrity of this sheath dictate the velocity at which neural signals travel. Research shows that an unmyelinated nerve fiber may be as sluggish as 1 meter per second, whereas a robustly myelinated fiber can transmit signals at a staggering 100 meters per second. That is a 100-fold exponential increase in processing speed. The extraordinary celerity of thought observed in a razor-sharp intellect is not magic. It is the result of a robust myelin sheath. When you engage in deep learning or acquire a new skill, your brain responds by thickening the sheath, a process termed myelination. This is the biological basis of skill mastery. However, if, driven by misplaced lipophobia, you systematically eradicate all fats and cholesterol, this myelin sheath begins to atrophy and degrade. Your cognitive processing decelerates. The time required to synthesize complex information expands. You succumb to mental fatigue with alarming rapidity. Your intellectual edge, the foundation of your efficacy, is blunted. For a knowledge worker whose livelihood is predicated upon the speed, clarity, and agility of thought, this state of demyelination is an existential threat. Balancing is essential. Therefore, The super ultra balancing of cholesterol is an absolute necessity. The intellectual imperative here is to distinguish between the pathological and the beneficial. We must be precise. We must unequivocally reject bad cholesterol. Low density lipoproteins and trans fats derived from hyperprocessed, deep fried, and industrialized foods. They are the true enemies. Instead, we must actively court good cholesterol, high density lipoproteins, and essential fatty acids. These are the noble purveyors of mental health and structural integrity. Pure cow's ghee, walnuts, almonds, flax seeds, cold pressed coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, avocados, and omega 3 rich fatty fish. These are your cerebral allies. Embrace them. The inclusion of a spoonful of pure ghee in your daily regimen is not an invitation to cardiac arrest. It is a profound neurological tonic. Our ancestors understood this intuitively. It maintains the insulative integrity of the brain's wiring, ensures your intellectual brilliance remains unclouded, and serves as a formidable bulwark against cognitive decline. Protect your wiring. We shall meet soon in the next part, but do not forget to subscribe to the Naresh Saraph channel. Quickly like the video, press the bell icon, hype it, contemplate it, and begin to live life with profound understanding.